The first theory of dinosaurs was 1842. That's 12 years before the first dinosaur bone was ever found.
Huh?
I don't believe in dinosaurs.
Everybody,
I just think it's some bull. To be completely honest with you, I just can't fathom a T-Rex walking around here. You know, something that man ain't never seen. No, but dinosaurs never walked this earth. The government make us all the time, bro. If you want to be ignorant and believe in that, it's that man ain't never seen before. That's on you.
The highest version of myself. I'm the highest version of myself. I know I am that I am.
Hey, everybody, welcome to another episode of the Godspeed Podcast. I am Joe Guy.
And I am Danny. It's everything.
I like your shirt, bud.
You like this?
I do.
Cost me $3,000.
Go to the store. Go to our store and pick yourself up one.
Yeah, you should. It won't cost you $3,000, but this is super high quality Egyptian cotton.
Just get linen.
Gold layered lettering underneath the green, emerald dust covered.
So today we're going to be talking about these creatures that supposedly roamed the earth hundreds of millions of years ago.
Giants.
No, but those are real. Today, I'm going to be telling you about some shit that's fake, like the Alien episode. We're going to be talking about dinosaurs.
Rawr.
Now, what's your take on dinosaurs before I go into my
I was
shit?
obsessed with them as a child.
As a child. Yeah, because that's what they wanted.
I was obsessed with them as a child. I had like all the toys, the books. I could spell all the different dinosaur names.
You could spell all the dinosaur names?
Yeah, you could
spell them.
Yeah, because I can't now. But I could then,
Okay. All right. That's a good skill. Do you use that skill now?
Only when No, I do not. Nope. I couldn't even come up with something.
Yeah, I get it, because dinosaurs are fake and gay.
Hold on. Where do you think fossil fuels come from?
Oh, we're getting into that, buddy.
It's clearly pockets of old dinosaur juice.
Yeah, we'll get into that. Don't you fret. Don't you fret.
Wait, is that a real theory? Because I just literally made that up.
What?
Fossil fuels are dinosaurs?
That's what they tell us. It's dinosaur juice.
What?
Yeah.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
I literally just made that up.
Remember that gas station with the dinosaur as the logo?
No.
What is it? Don't have any phones.
Is that from a different universe that we merged into? Because I don't remember that.
No, you do remember it. Hold on. It still exists, dude. There's still gas stations. Sinclair.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, you have.
That's my cousin's last name.
You've definitely heard of Sinclair.
Nope.
I think there's still some in Texas.
All right. Never seen it before. Never.
You never seen that logo?
Mm-mm.
100 years.
Okay.
It's one of the first gas stations.
All right, cool. Never heard of it.
All right. Okay, bud. Okay. All right, so do you know when the first dinosaur was discovered? Or Fari. I said Fari.
Safari?
Do you know when the Safari? Do you know when the first dinosaur was? All right, yeah. Do you know when the first dinosaur was discovered? That's a better question.
1873.
You're pretty close.
I'm pretty smart. I'm pretty smart.
Yeah, 1854.
Off by a month or two.
They didn't know it was a dinosaur bone until 1856. But here's the catch. The first theory of dinosaurs was 1842. That's 12 years before the first dinosaur bone was ever found.
Huh?
Yeah, Sir Richard Owen of the Royal Society, and he was also superintendent of the British Natural History Museum, theorized about dinosaurs in 1842. The first dinosaur teeth, it was a few teeth, were discovered by Ferdinand Vanderveer Hayden. He found a bunch of teeth on the Missouri River. Okay, he mailed them in to Joseph Leidy, and Joseph Leidy 2 years later said that was a dinosaur. It was an old ancient giant lizard, and he named the teeth a tracheodon. Okay, a tracheodon means rough teeth. That's what it means. So the first dinosaur was a few teeth, and it was named after the word rough teeth. Rough teeth. There was never any civilization ever in any country ever, Native Americans, Pygmies, none of their writing on rocks or any of their history were there any evidence of them finding dinosaur bones ever until the mid-1800s when these people found some in the Missouri River, a few teeth. Does that make any sense to you?
No.
No. It shouldn't, because it's dumb.
I mean,
yeah.
How do you theorize about something you've never seen before? You just, I mean, I think they call that making shit up.
Yeah, yeah. And then the guy that theorized about it was from a museum and from the Royal Society. You know about those societies, secret societies and shit.
Yeah.
The elite societies. There you go. People are going to come after you now.
Or I'm going to get super rich.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay. So then a paleontologist named Wayne Grady, not to be confused with Wayne Brady.
Born on June 2nd. Fun fact.
Wayne Brady was?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. It's Wayne Brady.
Oh shit, it's Wayne Brady, son!
Whose line it is anyways? I don't know.
I'm talking about the Chappelle Show episode. If you don't smoke this, we have a problem. Remember he makes Dave Chappelle smoke angel dust? You don't remember that episode?
Bro,
that's one of the funniest episodes.
I used to partake in a little of the
PCP?
No.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
The Devil's Lettuce back in the day,
Yeah.
and usually when I watched that show, so I don't remember a ton of it.
Okay. So Wayne Grady said that between 1870 and 1880 were the most corrupt years in science ever, because there was two dudes. One was named Othniel Marsh from the Peabody Museum of Natural History, and the other one was Edward Cope of the Academy of Natural Sciences. And this was a period they called the Dinosaur Rush or the Bone Wars. And these two dudes were racing. They were dinosaur hunters. They were racing to find bones.
Have you seen that though?
What?
I downloaded the wrong Bone Wars one time. It was a lot.
The girls never came. The girls never came.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so that's what they called them, because these two people from museums were finding bones all over the place, and like getting and they would have bones shipped to them. Instead of them discovering the bones, they would have bones shipped to them, and the other one would like mess with the other one's shipment and shit. But it was all corrupt bullshit because dinosaur bones were becoming a huge thing, and people were getting tons of money off of them. So these two pieces of shit, So Marsh found 80 dinosaur bones. Cope found 56 dinosaur bones, and out of the 100 and whatever dinosaur bones, only 32 of them were found to be that could be legitimate. The rest were considered fraudulent, except 32 of them. They never found a complete skeleton. And to this day, they've never found a complete skeleton of a dinosaur. And you'd think that if a dinosaur lays down and dies, and you find some of their bones, how are you finding just a few bones? Where's the rest of the bones? And they've never found a head. One of the most famous dinosaur bones is in Philadelphia. I can't remember the dinosaur's name, but it's got an iguana head. Yeah. It's got the head of an iguana. So
hold on. I've been to the Smithsonian and I saw a real life dinosaur bone, whatever it's called. I've been there. I've seen it with my own eyes.
No. Anybody that's okay, so the first public dinosaur that was ever shown publicly was Hadrosaurus volkii, okay? And guess who is the person who discovered that dinosaur?
Kevin Costner.
The same asshole that said that the teeth were a dinosaur.
Oh.
So that same guy who had the first publicly displayed dinosaur bones was the one who said the teeth were a dinosaur. That Joseph Leedy guy.
So you're saying it's a lie?
I'm saying it's a huge lie. And also, anybody that's seen dinosaur bones in a museum, every museum will tell you that it's a fiberglass, it's epoxy, it's plaster. They don't use real dinosaur bones anymore. And they tell you that the real dinosaur bones are in the back in a vault because they're too fragile, or some of them have radiation still from the comet that wiped the dinosaurs out. It's bullshit.
It's very aggressive. I hope you're...
It's bullshit.
I hope you're a little more kind to yourself than you just were right now.
Oh, I don't do that. You want to go back and watch episode 7?
Oh, we're going to talk about this later, but go ahead.
What?
No, we'll talk about it later. Go ahead.
Not on screen?
No, it'll be at the end. It'll be worth it.
Oh. All right.
I had an epiphany the other day. It's fine, though.
Oh. I guess we'll talk about it later.
Yeah. Stay tuned.
But yeah, so only a few people have a key to the vault. And so no independent researcher has ever been able to go look at the bones, study the bones to make sure their authenticity. And also, the way that they find out the bones this is legit too. Anybody can look this stuff up. I'm saying up.
I plan on it right after this.
They found out, so scientists say that the way they find out the fossils or the dinosaur bones, the age of them, they study the rocks around the bones.
Carbon dating?
Not the actual bones. So if a raccoon died 7 years ago around a bunch of old rocks, they could tell you that the raccoon is tens of millions of years old. But also, scientists also said that the methods that they use to age rocks may not even give results that have anything to do with aging. They don't tell you any of this. They just throw out a bunch of stories and make people believe in a bunch of bullshit.
I
Nothing?
mean, what do you want me to say? It's interesting.
It's bullshit. Dinosaurs are fake, yo.
I mean, that's your take. That's your theory.
Also, have you ever seen a dinosaur, a T-Rex? Well, you've seen Jurassic Park, right?
Yeah. Also,
Look at their...
Go ahead.
Look at their body.
Uh-huh.
How are they not fucking tipping over?
Have you seen their thighs? Those legs are powerful.
Bro.
They got Megan Thee Stallion thighs, bro.
The tail is supposed to balance them out, but the tails are way smaller. They got this giant upper body and this huge fucking head.
Bro, I mean...
And then it's like leaning over. So their legs are over here, and they're like leaning over. They'd be fucking... Have you ever stood and like just leaned over and leaned your body over?
Maybe...
And been able to...
Maybe they have big-ass dump trucks on the back, and we don't know about it because there's no way to tell how big their asses were. Maybe they had Megan Thee Stallion asses to go with them Megan Thee Stallion thighs.
Also, Billy touched on this in our Mountains Are Fake episode.
Was it a little kid?
Billy.
Oh, that Billy. I thought you were talking about a different Billy.
No. Billy said that a Brachiosaurus would need 3 hearts to pump all the blood all the way up its neck to its head and back down. How?
I feel like if I eat a couple more cheeseburgers, I might need another heart.
It just they defy the laws of physics. Their bodies. It just doesn't make any real sense.
So do giants walking on Earth.
So don't want what?
It defies the laws of physics.
No, it doesn't, because we're going to do a Giants episode, and there's way more evidence that giants exist than there are that these stupid lizards. Their bones wouldn't be able to withstand the weight of a supposed what a dinosaur weighs. The bones would crack. The bones are. They say dinosaurs are super agile and fast and all this other shit.
Yeah.
But literally, based on the bone density and shit, this is all science. Their bones would crack and break unless they moved extremely slow.
How can you say that? Because birds' bones are hollow, and they move extremely fast and are super agile.
Birds are small.
Yeah, but so what?
But they're mostly feathers.
How do you know dinosaurs weren't mostly feathers?
They try to say that dinosaurs are birds, but are birds reptiles? Nope. They sure aren't.
That's true.
That's true.
That part is true. Alligators are reptiles, and those are very much dinosaurs in my book.
Dinosaurs never existed. There's no evidence to it, dude.
Were you here?
When they tell you that all of the bones are not in the museums are not real and they hide them in a vault, when the first person that came up with the dinosaur was 12 years before they found a few teeth, and then they called it a dinosaur, when there was these bone wars where these 2 idiots were finding hundreds of bones of dinosaurs everywhere when they've never ever found them any time before that anywhere in the world, and then all of a sudden dinosaur bones are popping up all over the place in shallow graves too. They don't even dig that far down.
Maybe they just started digging. Maybe they had never really dug before.
Dude, all the civilizations that were on this plane before us didn't find dinosaurs, but all of a sudden these 2 people that were in... Okay, and here's another thing, all right? The only people that have ever found dinosaur bones were people from our scientists, people from museums, paleontologists. How come a farmer, a construction worker, a basement digger, a rancher, trench diggers, miners, none of these people found dinosaur bones except for the people that were looking for dinosaur bones? That's not fishy.
Maybe they know where to look.
No. Regular people should have found dinosaur bones at some point.
I'm sure there is. I'm sure there is.
Never happened. It's never happened.
I am so Googling all of this after.
Google it.
I'm going to.
Why would you Google it, one? Here's the thing. What I mean. On all of our episodes, I'm hoping people don't just listen to what I'm saying. I want people to go research. Go ask. People should be asking questions about everything, because our world is one giant lie. So don't believe me. Go search it out for yourself. Find something other than Google to find it out, though, because Google's a bunch of scumbags. Yes, Google is a bunch of scumbags, I said.
Well, they're not going to populate this podcast to the top. Thanks, Joe.
I mean, YouTube is Google, so.
That's my point.
That's my point. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like it makes any sense to me. And I know everybody wants dinosaurs to be real because same reason they want aliens to be real. Because I grew up and aliens are great, and I want them to invade because this world sucks. Sorry, I know you want aliens to be real too.
I like this world. I don't think this world sucks.
All right, that's good. That's good.
Yeah,
I used to hate this world until
I still want aliens
realized
to be real.
Where we are.
Maybe aliens can come here and teach us some things or give us some new technology that we don't have.
They can't because they never existed, bud. I'm sorry.
And maybe dinosaurs were real and you're wrong. Have you ever think about that?
Yeah. Yeah. So, hey, I'm hypothesizing that a giant half rabbit, half alligator existed. Okay?
All right.
Okay. So in 12 years, when someone finds a few teeth, then I'm going to give it to a scientist, and he's going to tell you that that rabbit thing existed 12 years from now.
Okay.
Even though I just made it up now. And I'm also in a secret society, a royal society, elite society.
Dude, that's awesome.
No, it's not. I'm just joking. I hate that. Stop that. Stop that.
Holy shit.
All right, so I'm going to play a video. And so this guy is basically, he's an idiot. Well, both these guys are idiots. So, but they talk about it on a podcast. And one of them found out that their daughters, one of the guy's daughters explained to him that there's no real dinosaur bones. And then the other one fights him on it, even though he doesn't know jack shit.
What was your favorite dinosaur growing up? Because I know you liked him.
The one that spits out the acid.
That one's cool too. Hey, that's my guy.
Yeah, he's a fucking fool. Here, check this out.
I don't want. I'm not doing this.
They don't even know the dinosaurs are real.
Wait,
Hold on.
Wait.
Because they guess on dinosaurs. This is all the stuff that happened.
You mean like carbon dating?
No. So when I found out, this is what my daughters told me. So the dinosaurs are.
We definitely know the dinosaurs were real.
Yeah, but they don't know if that's what they looked like.
No, but I mean, like sometimes there's complete fossils.
There's not. That was what I found out. There's not. I thought when you go into a museum and you see the T-Rex,
yeah,
you're like, oh, cool. They dug it. They were like, oh shit, here's a toe.
You're right.
And they dug the whole T-Rex, and it's like sitting there like
Sometimes there are a few fossils, and they basically complete how they imagine this would all go together. Yeah. But they found almost completed fossils of dinosaurs before.
See, he's wrong. They haven't.
Mm-mm.
I actually do my research.
Anything. That guy's a genius.
He probably was before he got paid off.
I mean, if you're getting...
the special where he's saying he's taking the word retard back was funny, but that's about it.
Have you watched Sledgehammer?
You probably tried to shove it down my throat at some point.
No, I literally just came out a month or 3 months ago. Amazing.
Anyway, this isn't a promote Tom Segura podcast, so we're going to stop. I hate both of those guys, though. I only played it because I know you love them. It's your favorite podcast.
It is the best podcast out.
You like it more than Joe Schell?
Huh?
You like it more than
yes, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
It's my favorite.
So we'll go back to fossil fuels now. So do you know who came up with the whole fossil fuel thing?
That was Ulysses S. Trump.
No, John D. Rockefeller.
Oh, my other guy. Yeah, I know him.
Your other guy? No, it's not the pedophile Jay-Z. I'm talking about
Rockefeller.
the Rockefeller, John D. Rockefeller, the scumbag who says that he wants a nation of workers instead of a nation of thinkers. And then he brought out all these textbooks. And anyway, he's the one that came up with fossil fuels and tried telling everybody that petroleum was fossil fuels because he wanted to make them scarce. He wanted people to believe that they were scarce. So then he could charge for them, and people would be worried that it's going out and charge more money. And here's a guy.
When they first found petroleum, because they were beginning to make motors and needed on axles of wheels and railroad trains and all that sort of thing, and remember trains started in the beginning of the 19th century, then oil went from just a lubricant to a fuel, and it made it valuable. And Rockefeller happened to be the smartest man in the business at the time, but he made most of his money, or much of it, off the transport of the petroleum as well as selling it. But one thing they realized was, because oil is putting a price on oil is like putting a price on a pail of water. No initial cost. It's in the ground, and in those days they were some of it almost what you'd call surface mining the oil. They didn't go down deep. So in order to get the price up, they hit on the idea that they would have to make it appear to be scarce. That after we take the next few barrels out, we're probably going to have to close as well. That kind of thing. A very fortuitous event. In 1892, there was a convention in Geneva of scientists to determine what organic substances are. Well, the definition of organic is a substance with hydrogen, oxygen, and carbon. And so it's usually a living substance, a tree. You analyze a dead tree, hydrogen, carbon, and oxygen, and grass, and so on, living things. Animals, we are hydrogen, oxygen, and carbon. So at this Geneva Convention, Rockefeller took advantage of sending some scientists over who said, oil, petroleum, is hydrogen, oxygen, and carbon. Therefore, it must be derived from the spoiling, the rotting of formerly living matter. And playing the game properly, when this scientific convention was over, they defined oil as a residue from formerly living matter. Well, that makes it a fossil fuel. I don't know why they decided to use the word fossil, but it says formerly living matter is fossil. Well, of course, today, and another thing we should know is that there has never been a fossil, a real fossil, found below 16,000 feet. And you can't argue at 16,000 as a level line because someplace the ground sinks and so on. But 16 is what the scientists say, 16,000. We mine oil, or we drill for oil at 30,000, 33,000, 28,000 every day of the week. So right there, we rule it out that it isn't fossil fuel. It's called fossil fuel for the minds of the public to feel that it is an asset that is running out, being depleted. We talk about depletion allowance, which is a lot of, and actually, if you know the world's oil supply, you know that it is not going to run out for an awfully long time. It is the second most prevalent liquid on Earth. And we haven't begun to... Well, with all that background, you see, the people in charge of the petroleum business, for perfectly reasonable business things, like any other man in the business, wants to keep his price as high as he can get away with. And the way to do it is just say, well, there's no more. The last barrel is going to cost $1,000, and it's all done. And they preach that stuff. What bothers me is that in geology books, it's in there. The geologists say it's a fossil fuel. Somehow they've been bought. I went to a 4-year federal staff energy seminar run by the government of the United States during the so-called energy crisis. I was the participant that represented the railroad industry. The airline industry was there. Every AA, administrative assistant of senators and congressmen was there. The CIA was there. The Defense Department was there. The State Department was there. Sometimes sitting right in front of me in the row would be Henry Kissinger with his friend, the head of Department of Defense. That's too bad. I can't put the names with them. But anyway, people like that, top men in the government, sitting there listening to the Federal Staff Energy Seminar. Well, what this was doing is for 4 years, they were teaching a propaganda line to the leading people in this country, and therefore to the leading people in the world.
What do you think about that?
I don't know what that guy's up to, but I don't trust him.
But he's telling you that there's no way it's fossils because they go down way too deep. And how come all these dinosaur bones that turned into fossil fuels, why don't all the bones turn to oil? Why are they still able to find the bones?
I got no answers, man. I'm not smart enough for this shit. All I know is the T-Rex is that shit, And if he was here right now, he would bite your fucking head off for disrespecting him.
He would never be real. The pedophile Spielberg came out with the movies Jurassic Park and made dinosaurs a big thing. Land Before Time. All these movies are owned and funded by Rockefeller money. Like Universal Studios. A lot of movies are funded by these pieces of shit that run our world. We got to do a Who's Day episode. It's just so much gathering of evidence I need to do, and so much that goes into it. So why would they lie about dinosaurs?
Why would they lie?
Why would they lie? Well, to prove evolution, they want us to think that a Big Bang happened and we're all an accident. And I know you don't believe in the Bible. I think religion is bullshit, but the Bible has a lot of truth in it, and the Bible says we were created in God's image. If we were created in God's image, then he tinkered with dinosaurs for a little bit, and he was like, fuck that, and then a meteor hit him and then killed him and wiped him out, and that wouldn't make any goddamn sense. So they want to discredit the Bible, and they also want to claim that the Earth is millions and millions and millions of years old when it's thousands of years old.
I think you're wrong there. I think the Earth is definitely millions of years old. I think we just happen to be alive during the right time. I think there's been lots of extinction events on this planet. And we're just in a very cushy, soft time right now where we haven't had one in a very long time.
All right.
We're in that perfect little timeline currently.
We'll do an episode on young Earth too.
All right.
And you want to know another way that you know dinosaurs are fake?
Uh-huh.
Because how'd they get wiped out? A meteor? One meteor came down and hit, and then it wiped out all the dinosaurs all over the world because they find dinosaur bones everywhere, apparently. So one meteor killed all the dinosaurs. And where would a meteor have to come from? Outer space. What's fake and gay? Outer space. Outer space doesn't exist because the Earth is level and stationary and there's a firmament over us. Dinosaurs are bullshit.
Joe, you know what I think, man?
What's
you know what I think? Have you ever heard of post-nut clarity?
Post-nut clarity.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's where you're disgusted with yourself. And you're like, what the fuck, man? It's everywhere.
Yeah, but you also can think, you can also think very clearly, and you come to some. Well, personally, I come to some real truths and realizations during post-nut clarity, and I think, my friend, your semen retention is distorting your thought process, and I knew
the Earth was flat way before. I knew dinosaurs were fake. I knew aliens were fake. I knew the Earth was flat all before I went on semen retention.
I want you to find a nice young lady and get some post-nut clarity, my friend, because I feel like a lot of this would change your mind.
So you think somebody made up dinosaurs 12 years before the bones were found?
No, I don't.
That alone should discredit the entire existence of dinosaurs alone.
Yeah, but this is all hearsay. It's all hearsay.
No, it's not.
Were you there?
I'm giving you the mainstream story that this is the guy that came up with dinosaurs, and then a guy found some teeth 12 years later, and then 2 years later they were called dinosaurs, and then this dinosaur was put in a public thing by the same guy who said the teeth were dinosaur bones.
Okay,
this isn't a made up. This is the same scumbags that told you the Earth is a spinning ball. I'm just telling you their story of how dinosaurs became a thing.
The timeline on that is fishy, but that doesn't discredit all the giant bones that they've quote unquote found.
They've never found a full giant skeleton ever. They've never found a skeleton head. And the only people that find the bones are the people looking for the bones.
What else would the bones be,
A construction worker digging out a basement never found one. Huh?
What else would those giant bones be? Giants?
They either put other animal bones in there and call them dinosaurs, or they didn't find shit in their replicas. There's literally a Chinese website that makes dinosaur bones, and they said that 60% of their sales are to America. I'll put the website right here.
Because we love dinosaurs here? I don't know.
Who's buying giant dinosaur bones other than museums? Museums, because they need you to believe that you're looking at a dinosaur bone when you're not. They're trying to prove evolution, discredit the Bible, and they're trying to show you that we weren't perfectly created. Discredit the Bible, pretend I didn't even say that. They're trying to make us think that we weren't put here by a creator on purpose. Because dinosaurs would make zero sense if we were put here on purpose.
Like in a simulation, computer simulation?
No, not that.
How do you know?
Dude, it's like so you think dinosaurs are real?
I don't know. I don't
Here's
know.
the thing. All of these episodes are the same bunch of liars lying to us about everything. Every episode is the same group lying to us. Every single episode. And even the episodes you agreed with me on, it's the same group of people.
I mean, even a broken clock is right twice a day, man. They can't lie about everything they say.
Yes, they have and they do.
Every single
About
word that comes out of their
every
mouth.
single thing. They lie about everything to keep us down. The same guy that said he wants a nation of workers, not a nation of thinkers, is the one telling you dinosaurs are real. He doesn't care about us, and neither does any of his family members or the other 12 bloodlines that control everything.
What the? Why would he care if dinosaurs are real though? Other than money, like
I just told you
I don't know.
to make us not know that we're put here for a reason, to make us think that we're insignificant and it doesn't matter.
So what is the
It needs
reason
to prove evolution?
Then what is the reason that we're here?
That's a spiritual journey that everybody needs to go on for themselves. I think we're here I already said this. I think we're one consciousness, and we're down here to learn and to feel something different other than complete bliss. If we're one consciousness and we can do what we can literally create, we're creators. But thinking that we're insignificant makes everybody think that we're not creators and we're just here in a physical body. People think that their body has a soul.
Hold on.
I think our soul has a body.
Okay, hold on. So you're saying every human is part of one consciousness?
Yes. Source, the creator.
Okay, so wouldn't the people that are part of the 12 bloodlines be part of that same consciousness?
Yeah.
And then why would they want the rest of us to be down or hold us back?
Because they're Satan worshipers, and so I don't think hell is a place. I think hell is you being in the lowest possible frequency.
Okay.
That's what I think hell is, and that's why people on this earth are all super depressed and sad and living horrible lives because they're in their personal hell that they're creating because they don't realize what they do and what they say is creating that hell. That's why when I changed my mindset, I fucking love every day. I'm happy every day. Nothing stresses me out.
I mean, I guess living... It's all subjective, though, right? So living in hell, is a mindset, yes, but people who don't have food and shelter and clean water are living in hell whether they want to or not. We're fortunate enough to live in this country where we have abundance and many, many options. And most of America, even people who live in poverty in America are doing better than most of the people around the world. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, but I'm not saying that they're not creating their life on purpose, but they've also been lied to. So they're not thinking about great possibilities that could happen for them because they're already living in squalor. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I don't think they have the opportunity to think about their life other than just trying to
hide it from
survive,
everybody.
man.
Yeah, it's because they're living in their survival chakra, which is the base chakra. It's the lowest chakra, survival mode. Like you're living your life in survival mode. It's all of your like your sexual energy, your fight or flight energy. It's all your lowest base chakra, and that comes back to the semen retention again, because that's why there's porn everywhere, because they want us in our lowest possible frequency. They don't want us to create. That's what manifesting is. Everybody talks manifest. Manifest is like a huge thing now. It's not even about, it's about creating your own world, creating your life, creating your happiness. Be grateful and great things will happen for you. Be grateful for what you have and your abundance will come. So the people that are living horribly, it's not their fault, but they don't know any better that they can create their reality because they definitely don't know about it. Yeah, so, all right, so you still think dinosaurs roam this earth?
It's a possibility. You haven't changed my mind.
All right.
You should know me by now. I need concrete evidence, man. In
Bro, they lie to us about everything, and they hide everything. You know how hard it is to even come up with a bunch of the videos I come up with? Because they censor all of it. It takes me fucking forever to come up with shit, to be honest with you. Because they censor all of it. There's videos that I saw years ago, and I can't find them. Because they take them all down. You need concrete evidence, but they're literally hiding everything from us. I showed you concrete evidence that taxes are voluntary from C-SPAN and a whole bunch of IRS agents, and you still said you're going to pay your taxes. So I gave you concrete evidence, and you still are going to do what the herd does. So don't tell me I need concrete evidence when you're not even going to listen to the concrete evidence.
My accountant says otherwise. He says he says not paying taxes is tax evasion, and I should absolutely pay my taxes.
Your accountant's a fucking moron. Doesn't know the laws either. Then.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah, get a new accountant. That's my advice to you is get a new accountant. And also concrete evidence. Like I said, the stuff I told you today about the guy hypothesizing 12 years before they found the teeth. That's the mainstream story. It's not a made-up thing that someone's like, yeah, let me make up this guy's name and say he was in the Royal Society and this is the year. No, it's all you can find all this shit.
All right. I said, it's a little fishy.
Whatever. All right. Well, I think that does it for this episode. Like, share, subscribe, comment.
And get some post-nut clarity, god damn it. No, it's just me.
Dude, like I said, I was in on all of almost every single episode. Almost every single episode that we've done so far, I knew about all this before I went on semen retention. So, post-nut clarity probably helped me figuring out what this world is really about. And It's all a giant big bag of lies.
Okay. All right.
It's all lies.
Hey, you're not a lie.
I know. I'm telling the truth to everybody. All right. Well, thanks for joining me on this dinosaur episode.
Hey, you know what my favorite thing they know about T-Rexes?
They don't know shit about T-Rex.
No.
They never existed. Go ahead. What?
No, it's fine.
No, your favorite thing that they know, I don't know who they are.
They.
Who's they?
Who are they? And why would they lie?
Yeah.
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.
That's another thing. They gave
T-Rex
the fucking biggest predator in the forest fucking nubs for fucking hand. Like, it's ridiculous. None of it makes sense. Look at their bodies, yo. It doesn't make any sense that a creature would exist. It's like panda bears in the fucking Chinese jungles with tigers and shit. Somehow they survive. Yeah, okay. Alrighty. All right, man. Well,
Joe.
What?
Godspeed.
Godspeed, bro.
You've reached the offices of the Godspeed podcast. We are currently closed. Please leave your information and someone will return your call within 24 business days. Thank you.
I believe your episode with the dinosaurs are totally gay and fake. That being said, I'm going to buy a T-Rex for a pet, so my neighbors will not come over at all.